Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. My name is Dr. Sarah Lynn and I am a naturopathic doctor. So today I'm starting my 3-day water fast. And in this video, I'm just going to share with you my experience of fasting with check-ins multiple times throughout each day. And then I also want to give you some tips for success if you're thinking about doing a 3-day water fast, as well as some inspiration. So let's get into the video. So I am starting my fast in the evening at 6:30 p.m. Right now it's about a little after 7:30. For my last meal, starting a prolonged fast that's typically 2 days or longer, I like to focus a little bit more on the meal that I'm starting the fast with, as well as eventually the meal that I'm going to be breaking my fast with. The last meal that I had, I like it to be a little bit higher in fat. When you have higher fat and less carbohydrates in your meal, then your body's going to be able to break down that glucose quicker and then start converting fats into ketone bodies and using that for energy and for fuel, and get your body into that fasting state faster, which is where we see a lot of benefits, of course. For my meal, I had some leftovers. I had some salad with some roasted veggies on there, olives, feta cheese, and some sauerkraut on there as well. And then I had some roasted potatoes with a whole bunch of guacamole. So really satisfying meal for my last meal. I had my last meal at 6:30 p.m. and that is how I'm starting my fast. And then right now, currently, I'm also just sipping on some tea. So when I'm fasting, I do still consume decaffeinated herbal teas. So right here, I just have some, what do I have in here? I have some nettle leaf tea, senna tea, and some peppermint. So a couple things I want to touch on when you're starting a 3-day fast. I find it's really important to plan out, obviously, when you're going to do this 3-day fast, when it works for you and your schedule. Me personally, I like to still have a little bit of work in the beginning of my fast. So for this fast, I'm going to be working tomorrow and Thursday, and then I have Friday off, so that'll be nice to have the last day of my fast not have any work, and I can really just focus on self-care. And if I'm feeling low energy at that point or something, then I can just kind of relax and have that day to myself. I also like to do a little bit of exercise in the beginning of my fast, typically going for a nice long walk or doing some yoga or stretching. Nothing too strenuous for me. That doesn't really work for my body, but that's what I like to do. I also like to plan out that I have nothing in my fridge because I don't like wasting food. So for this week, I didn't buy any extra groceries. So I like to plan out having nothing in my fridge so I'm not wasting any food, and then I'm saving money for those 3 days. Another thing to think about, if you can, when you're planning when you're going to do your fast, is the people around you. So whether it's the people you live with, or if there's events or things that you have going on in that week. So for example, my boyfriend is out of town right now on a work trip, and for me it's easier to do a fast, especially starting the fast when he's not here, because then I'm not having someone around me that's eating meals or trying to figure out what he can eat and grocery shop and all that. I can just not think about any of that, and I can just focus on myself not eating. So that's not always easy for everyone if you live with someone and they're going to be eating, but definitely let them know that you're fasting, and let them know if you need any encouragement or accountability. Another thing that's important is for when you're fasting is to really identify your why. What are the reasons that you want to be fasting? What are the results that you're hoping to achieve after completing a fast? And I would say it's important because for me, fasting is so much more mental than physical. Like, yeah, you get hungry during it and you have that physical discomfort. So yeah, so really just mentally prepare yourself. For me, the reason why I wanted to do this fast is that I just felt like it was time to do a little reset. My body feels a little bit more inflamed right now. I'm having a little bit of an eczema flare up just right here on my wrist. I don't know if you could see that, and right here too, mainly on my wrist. And then I've just been getting a lot of allergies too with the spring here in the Pacific Northwest. It's my first full time in the spring here, and my allergies have just been really crazy, a lot of sneezing, itchy eyes, and I've just been getting hives more. So I feel like my body is in like a hypersensitive state, and so I'm having a little bit more allergy symptoms. My skin's kind of breaking out a little bit more. So for me, that's my reason, but there can be a lot of different reasons, and of course there's tons of different benefits to fasting. Fasting reduces inflammation, improves insulin sensitivity, improves your memory, it's anti-aging. Fasting actually triggers the release of human growth hormone, which is responsible for boosting metabolism, burning fat, and making you look younger. One study showed that human growth hormone production increased by 500% after fasting for 2 days, so that's really exciting. Fasting also reduces your oxidative stress, so our cells need oxygen to survive, but oxygen is also a very reactive molecule that causes oxidative stress and these free radicals. Prolonged fasting puts the body into repair mode, which stimulates antioxidant defense mechanisms against these free radicals and oxidative stress. I'm sure if you watch any other prolonged fasting video, almost everyone talks about autophagy. And so during a prolonged fast, one gets to really take advantage of the body's natural cell recycling system. And fasting triggers autophagy to rid itself of the damaged cells that cause issues and replace them with new clean cells. And of course, autophagy has anti-aging effects, supports the immune system, and decreases inflammation. And then lastly, I will say too, the other benefits that aren't strictly related to your health is it saves time. So obviously, you're not spending time grocery shopping, you're not spending time preparing your meals, cooking your meals, eating your meals, and then cleaning up after your meal. And then, yeah, it also saves money from not having to eat any food. I might say some more little tidbits about fasting throughout my experience here if more things come to mind, but those are just a little bit of tips to get started, and I will do another check-in with you tomorrow morning to see how I'm feeling. Obviously, it's probably going to feel like a normal morning because I've eaten dinner now. A lot of times I will have a snack before going to bed, so obviously I won't be snacking. I'm just going to be having my tea here. And oh, that's another reason why I'm doing the nettle tea too, is because of the allergies that I've been having. So I'm doing that tea, and I'm actually really curious to see from my results after this 3-day fast how my response is to the environmental allergens that I'm having right now. So that'll be interesting to see. And then of course we'll see how my skin is feeling and how I'm feeling overall. So yeah, I'm excited. I haven't done a 3-day fast in a little while, so I've done a couple of 24-hour fasts, which you may have seen my previous video, and that'll be linked down below in case you haven't. And I always recommend doing a couple of 24-hour fasts before trying a prolonged fast, like a 3-day fast or longer. All right, so we'll see you in the morning.
Give me all your love, oh, 'cause I want you. No one else makes me feel this way, don't know what you do. Hold my hand, could you hold my hand, look me in the eyes. You and me, yeah, that's all I need, and I'll be alright.
Hi everyone, good morning. So it is now the next day, and I'm just sipping on some nettle leaf tea with some fresh mint. It is about 8:15. I'm just about to leave for work, but let me check in my fasting app, and here it is. So we are about almost 14 hours into the fast, and I'm feeling pretty good. I had a slight little headache this morning, and so I actually put a little bit of salt, some just pink Himalayan salt, in my tea, and that's making me feel better. I've also been drinking lots of water this morning, and that's pretty common for me to get a headache from fasting, but I think adding the salt is going to help. I don't typically do that for a 24-hour fast. Sometimes the headaches can also be from electrolyte imbalance, and so I'm just adding a little bit of salt to my tea or to my water to help for that. So I'm going to go to work now, and then we'll check in with you in the afternoon. Hey everyone, so I've now been fasting for about 24 hours, and I'm actually feeling pretty good. I'm at my sister's house right now just doing some babysitting while they're out to dinner. And so I'm just doing a quick little check-in here right now since it's at the 24-hour mark, and surprisingly I feel really good. Not very hungry, and today's just been a really busy day with work and then coming over to my sister's, so I haven't actually had that much time to think about food. And yeah, overall I'm feeling good, and if I don't do another check-in today, then I'll definitely do one tomorrow morning. All right, we'll see you next time.
Hold me closer. I wanna stay here with you. All that we have is each other now. I promise I won't leave your side. Be who you are and you'll be enough. If you're giving me your love, giving me your love. All that we have is each other now. Promise you won't leave my side. I hope who I am is enough for you. If I'm giving you my love, giving you my love, love. Tell me what you wanna do. I'll do anything. As long as I can be here with you.
Good morning. It's almost 7 o'clock now, so I've been fasting for over 36 hours, almost 37, and I'm just having my tea here with a little bit of salt added to it. I did end up having a headache last night when I was going to bed, but I was still able to fall asleep okay, and then I woke up around 5 a.m. with a headache, feeling a little bit better now that I can have I've been having some more water. I definitely feel low energy, a little shaky right now. So we'll see how work goes today. I definitely feel lower energy, not too hungry, but just kind of depleted of energy. And yeah, I'm still feeling pretty good, pretty motivated overall to continue with the fast. I'm not super looking forward to work, but I am looking forward to when that's over and then I can just probably take a nap. So we'll check in with you later. Hi everyone, so it is now about 6:30 on Thursday, and I have reached the 48-hour mark, as you can see here. And I'm feeling really good actually. This morning I was still having a headache and really low energy and not really looking forward to going into work because of how I was feeling. So that was a little bit tough, but I kind of just pushed through that part of the fast, and I just kept drinking my water. I did have some more tea with the salt, and so that really helps with the headaches for me. So I kept doing that, and eventually I started feeling better, and then I came back here and I was able to take a little nap and just kind of rest and chill. And so yeah, I'm feeling a lot better. A little hungry, but nothing too much. I've also been a little bit busier. Yesterday I was at my sister's, so that kind of made that day go by faster, and then actually my brother came to visit today, so that's been making the time go by a little quicker. Just low energy though. I haven't really felt that motivated to do much of anything else today, and so hopefully by tomorrow I'll have a little bit more energy spike when my body goes into more like full-blown ketosis, and then my body will be using burning fat for fuel instead of carbohydrates and glucose. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that, and hopefully tomorrow will be a little bit more exciting of a day and I can film a little bit of what I'm doing during the daytime. And then another thing I was going to note too is I noticed I was feeling a little bit colder today. And that's pretty common for a prolonged fast, to have a decreased cold tolerance, so you just get colder more easily. And that's because your body is trying to conserve all that energy and not have it out towards the extremities, and just kind of keep it close to the heart, and your thyroid starts to down-regulate as well. So that kind of contributes to your thermoregulation and why you might feel a little bit cold during the fast. But it's nothing really to worry about, and I just have been keeping a little bit warmer today. I think that's about it for this check-in. I'm still feeling pretty good, motivated to do it the whole 3 days, 72 hours, and yeah, I don't want to ramble on for too much, but I feel like I've gone past the hump, the hardest part of the fast, and so I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Hopefully I'll still be feeling good, and we'll check in with you tomorrow morning. Good morning, everyone. It is now 8 o'clock in the morning, and I have been fasting for 61 hours and 31 minutes, so that's what we have on there. I woke up around 7:30 and got up and out of bed. Last night I actually slept really well, much better than the second night of fasting. I didn't have a headache last night, and I only woke up at 5 a.m. and just to go to the bathroom, since I've still been drinking a lot of water and tea before bed. And so now I'm having some tea right now, just the senna tea and the nettle leaf tea, and then I add my salt in my tea. And I can't remember if I've said this before, but I definitely like adding salt to my tea more than to my water, because salty water is just kind of weird. So I like it a lot more in tea. And it's still kind of hot. I'm feeling pretty good right now. A little low energy, but just for the morning, but I feel like I'll have more energy today than I did yesterday, so I'm excited for that. And then, one other thing, in the morning, even at 5 a.m., I felt like my heartbeat was like really racing a lot, and it's calmed down a little bit now, but I did actually check my heart rate with a pulse oximeter. At first it was like 120, and then it kind of slowed down to like 110 and 100, and then kind of in the 90s. I was able to kind of keep it low with my breathing and lying down. So yeah, that was kind of interesting symptom, but that's pretty common as well. With a prolonged fast, your heart rate can speed up like that. Today I'm just gonna hopefully go for a walk and maybe do some journaling and some reading and just kind of have a relaxing day. I have the day off today, so that's nice. I could plan that out with my fast. And I'm still actually not that hungry. Last night, I feel like in the evenings is when I get my most food cravings, and so last night I was definitely like thinking about food, but it wasn't that bad. And just reminding myself that it is more mental over physical, like really pushing through and being like, I don't need food right now, and just getting more connected with your body and like how you're feeling and like what really is hunger. I feel like a lot of us don't even know what hunger feels like, because we're just eating 3 meals a day and having snacks in between and then dessert after dinner or whatever. And it's good to like realize what hunger actually feels like real hunger, and to kind of connect with your body in that way. And just realize kind of that emotional connection that you have with food. Like for me, it's more been like, oh, I want that emotional comfort of food, of having chocolate in the evening before bed, or just something salty or something sweet, and how we get a lot of emotional comfort from food, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but if you're doing that quite often, that can be something to look at and just see what your relationship with food is, or different beverages, coffee or alcohol. And yeah, so it's been good reflecting on that, and I definitely want to do some more journaling today for how I'm feeling. I feel like my words and thought process will come out more clearly if I can write them down first.
Give me love, give me all your love, oh, 'cause I want you. No one else makes me feel this way, don't know what you do. Hold my hand, could you hold my hand, look me in the
Hi everyone, I'm just at the pool right now, and I'm doing pretty good with my fasting. I like to get a little bit of sunshine and vitamin D while I'm fasting, so yeah, super nice. Let me show you the pool.
I swear that I'll stay here with you.
I'm definitely feeling more energy today on this third day, and I just got back doing a couple of errands, and I went to the grocery store to get some of the things that I'm going to be breaking my fast with, so stay tuned for that towards the end of this video, and you can see how I break my fast.
If you're giving me your love, giving me your love, all that
Hi everyone, so I'm just going for a little walk right now. It's about 5 o'clock, so I have another hour and a half till I end my fast and hit that 72-hour mark. I'm feeling pretty good, a little low energy, so I'm just gonna take a nice slow walk in the sunshine. It's about 82 degrees out, so we're finally getting some nice summer weather here in the Pacific Northwest, so I'm really excited about that. We'll see you when I break my fast.
I hope who I am is enough for you. If I'm giving you my love, giving you my love, love. Tell me what you wanna do. I'll do anything. As long as I can be here with you, everything's alright. I'll be right here. I swear that I'll stay here with you. Hold me closer. I wanna stay here with you.
I did it! I completed my 72-hour water fast. Yep, 72 hours, 21 seconds. I just feel so good. I just feel like really proud of myself. Anytime you set out to do something that's a little challenging, maybe outside of your comfort zone, and then you do it, that feeling just feels so good. And then besides that, I feel really good physically. My stomach is flatter, I've lost a couple of pounds, and then my skin is clearer too. So I wanted to show you my wrists, what they look like now. Much better than when I started. And that one you can see there. Yeah, so my skin is feeling a lot clearer overall. What else was gonna say? I'm still a little low energy trying to get all my thoughts together here. I just went for a walk. That's why my voice maybe sounds a little hoarse. I have a tiny bit of congestion, but actually my allergies were way better going for a walk. I went for a walk about a week ago and I was just sneezing a ton, runny nose, and I had a really sore throat after that walk that lasted maybe for an hour or two in the evening. And so my throat actually feels fine. I don't have any sore throat. I sneezed like once out there. Overall, my allergies feel better. I feel like there's definitely less inflammation in my body. And let's just take a last sip of water together. Cheers. Yeah, I would say if you're thinking about doing a fast, and that's maybe why you're watching this video, to just go for it. Especially if you've done, if you've done a 24-hour fast, if you've done a couple of those, I'd say you're probably ready to do a 3-day fast. If you don't have any like underlying medical conditions, that is, and you're not pregnant or breastfeeding and you don't have an eating disorder, and you could always ask your doctor first if that's okay for your health. But there's so many benefits of fasting, like I already said in this video, and I'm sure if you've watched other videos, you've heard all about autophagy and reducing inflammation and improving your insulin sensitivity and just burning all that fat. Yeah, I just encourage you to try it, and you're tougher than you think, and you can really, really get through it, and it just feels so good when you do it in the end. I mean, sometimes you might have to break it early, and so I definitely recommend listening to your body if you're really not feeling good. There were a couple times I felt a little lightheaded, but it wasn't, I never fainted, I never passed out, and so that was good. And I felt like I was just able to listen to my body, and I'm almost at that point now where I feel like, wow, I could just keep going and fasting for longer, because I feel like I got over the hardest day, which was day number 2 for me, and then today was much better, a little bit more energy. I felt a little bit more motivated to actually do some things, and overall it was a really great experience. I'm really glad that I did it. I'll just talk quickly about how I'm going to be breaking my fast. So I'm going to be breaking my fast with some bone broth. I have some bone broth here by Kettle and Fire, and it is their Tom Yum chicken bone broth. All organic ingredients, and I've actually had this one before. It's really good. It's a little spicy, but really yum. So I'm going to start with half of this, just a cup, and see how I feel. You don't want to eat too much food too fast, because you can be left with a lot of like GI upset and discomfort and bloating or diarrhea, so you don't want to refeed too much too soon. So I'm going to start with some bone broth, and then I'm also going to start taking my probiotics here. One thing to know about this probiotic that I'm doing, it's 50 billion CFU, which is a good amount. I like anything 30 and above, or 30 to 50 really, I should say. And then this one has 33 probiotic strains, which is awesome. And on here it says colon care. There are a couple of probiotics that are more specific for your colon, so yeah, that's the one that I picked up at the natural grocery store today. So I just took one of those, and then now I'm gonna do my bone broth. Okay, so I have my cup of bone broth here. I've just heated it up on the stove top. That's what it looks like, and let's give this a try. It might be too hot, but so this is the first thing eating. It feels weird to like be eating food, and this is more of a liquid, but crazy. It's such good flavor. A little spicy, but not too spicy. Yeah, I like it. Really trying to focus on my gut health. That was another reason why I did this cleanse, and I actually recently had a trip to the ER, which I'm going to be doing another video on, and that's kind of what inspired, or partly what inspired this whole gut healing process. So I'm going to share a video on that. And if you have any questions, just leave a comment down below. I try to answer everyone's comments when I can. And that's how I'm going to break my fast. If I eat anything else tonight, I'll show you, but that's what I'm thinking right now. And then tomorrow morning, I'm planning on doing, possibly doing another cup of the bone broth if I don't finish this tonight. I think tomorrow I'll also do some yogurt. You really want to be having probiotic-rich foods after fasting. And then I might also do some chia pudding, a small amount of that. I like to kind of stick to a little bit higher fat, but still easy enough to digest, if that makes sense. I'm hoping that my body will stay in a little bit of ketosis if I only do bone broth, because then I can just sleep those extra hours and then get this more added benefits from the fast. So that's my plan. And if you've made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you found something interesting or valuable here today. And if you're gonna fast, I wish you good luck, and I know you can do it. All right, bye-bye.